Donald Trump is a figure who has dominated business, media, and politics for decades. From his rise in real estate to his success on television and his highly controversial presidency, Trump has remained at the center of global discussions. His leadership of the Trump Organization, his role in The Apprentice, and his America First policies made him a household name worldwide. Loved by his supporters and criticized by his opponents, his impact on the U.S. and international politics is undeniable. But how did he build his empire and what defined his presidency? Let's explore his journey from businessman to world leader. Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in New York City, and was the fourth of five children of Fred Trump, a successful real estate entrepreneur. His father, known for creating a large real estate development business in Queens and Brooklyn, had a significant influence on the direction of the family business. Donald had three sisters, Mary Ann Trump Barry, a former judge, and Elizabeth Trump, as well as his brother Fred Jr., who passed away in 1981. His younger brother, Robert Trump, was also a businessman and worked in the family business. The family had a major social and economic impact in New York and remained a significant factor in Trump's life, who later took over the leadership of the business and expanded significantly in the real estate sector and other business ventures. Donald Trump completed his studies at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in 1968, where he earned a degree in business administration. His education at one of the most famous and rigorous academic institutions in the country provided a strong foundation for his future career in business. In 1971, after completing his studies, he joined the family business, the Trump Organization, which was founded by his father, Fred Trump. Initially, the business focused on residential properties, but Donald had the vision to expand it into large real estate projects, hotels, and casinos. Under his leadership, the Trump Organization became one of the most well-known and recognizable names in real estate, with iconic projects like the Trump Tower in New York City. Trump's ability to identify and seize major business opportunities established him as an important figure in the field. Donald Trump developed and completed significant projects such as the iconic Trump Tower in New York City, which cemented his reputation as a successful real estate entrepreneur. He then expanded into many other sectors, including casinos, golf courses, and other investments. His business, the Trump Organization, invested in hotels and sports complexes, while he also created Trump Entertainment Resorts, which managed casinos and hotels. His recognition in the business world grew, and his name became synonymous with major business successes, investments, and the expansion of his activities in real estate and luxury properties worldwide. The television series The Apprentice was a pivotal moment in Donald Trump's career, making him widely known and popular with the public. The show, which aired from 2004 to 2015, featured competitions between contestants to win a job in Trump's company, with the famous catchphrase, "You're fired," becoming his trademark. This television success elevated him to the status of a national symbol of entrepreneurship and strong character, while simultaneously boosting his public profile and bringing him closer to a broader and more diverse audience. Donald Trump was elected President of the United States in 2016, winning the Republican Party nomination and impressing with his victory over Hillary Clinton. His campaign was full of controversy, as he used provocative statements and promises that sparked intense reactions, but at the same time gathered a loyal core of supporters. During his presidency, his policy focused on immigration, trade, and foreign policy, while he moved to withdraw the U.S. from the Paris Agreement on climate change and negotiated new trade deals. His policies faced fierce criticism, but he managed to bring about significant changes on a global level, restructuring international relations and domestic politics in the U.S. Trump's philosophy, known as America First, deeply influenced his political decisions during his presidency. This policy focused on protecting the interests of the U.S. and restoring the country's economic power, with measures such as tax cuts and a revision of tax policy. At the same time, there was significant political tension due to the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 elections and the impeachment process in 2019, which concerned allegations of abuse of power. One of his most controversial decisions was the recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel in 2017, a move that sparked international reactions and changed the geopolitical dynamics in the region. Trump's second presidential campaign in 2020 strengthened his base, with many supporters following him loyally, while there was significant opposition from his opponents. The COVID-19 pandemic became a critical point in his campaign, as the management of the crisis sparked intense controversy and criticism over his policy decisions. After the election, conflicts surrounding the result of 2020 and allegations of fraud intensified, with Trump questioning the legitimacy of the process and rejecting the outcome. Despite his defeat, he managed to renew and strengthen the support of his political audience through the Republicans and conservatives, making his campaign a major factor in the political dialogue in the U.S. After leaving office, Donald Trump continued to have a strong influence on the Republican Party and his supporters. His political influence remains significant, with many discussions surrounding the possibility of a new candidacy for the 2024 elections. Trump remains a controversial figure, with intense debates around his political legacy and his future in the political scene in the U.S. He continues to be a leading figure and a magnet for much of the conservative public, while his decisions and statements continue to provoke intense discussion both nationally and internationally. Donald Trump has been at the center of many scandals and controversial incidents throughout his political career. One of the most well-known is the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 elections, which led to an inquiry by special counsel Robert Mueller. Although it was not proven that he or his associates collaborated with Russia, allegations of interference and abuse of power raised doubts about the legitimacy of the electoral process. Additionally, the impeachment process in 2019, with the charge of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress, was another significant scandal during his presidency. Equally controversial was his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, with delayed responses and controversial statements regarding the severity of the virus. Also, his policies regarding minorities and his many insults toward women, immigrants, and other social groups sparked intense reactions. The constant violation of social and political norms, false statements, and the promotion of division in U.S. society strengthened his negative image for many.